Hi there, this is the Math 6 lesson for Chapter 12, Lesson 4, found on pages 710 and 711 in your textbook. Learning targets today are that we will read and write inequalities and graph these inequalities on a number line. So when you were younger, you've talked about inequalities for a long time. In meaning not, and inequality means not equal. So an inequality states that two quantities either are not equal or may not be equal. An inequality uses one of the following symbols, which we'll talk about in a second. When you were younger, you might have thought of this little alligator eating the bigger number. So this inequality right here says that 8 is greater than 3. So the bigger the space, that means that that side has the larger number on it. Smaller space between the lines has the smaller number on it. So we have many types of inequalities. The first one, if we read them from left to right, if I looked at this inequality, if I put a 1 here, it says 1 is less than, I would have to put a bigger number right here. So maybe I wanted to put the number 5. So that first symbol there is a less than symbol. It means if you're using it in a word phrase, they may use phrases like fewer than or below to use that symbol. Our next symbol is the opposite, is the greater than symbol. The number on the left is greater than the number on the right. Words that you may use for that would be more than or above. So there are more than 15 people. Could say X is greater than 15. The next symbol is less than, and then it's got this little line right here. That means less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. Okay, so you may have phrases that say the words at most or no more than. For example, if I said something like this, I could say 3 is less than or equal to 3. That's a true statement because they're equal to each other. Another number I could put right here, I could say 3 is less than, I could put 10 there also because 3 is less than or equal to 10. They both can't be true, it's one or the other. So the next one then, our symbol now is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. Word phrases you might use are at least or no less than. So if I put n to stand for any number, a number is greater than or equal to, I could put 1 if I wanted to. And so a solution I could put in there, I could put 1 in for my n. I could put 2 in for my n, or 3 or 4. Any of those would work for that. Okay, now we have some word phrases. We're going to write these in algebraic phrases. So it says there are at least 15 people in the waiting room. So there could be 15, there could be 16, there could be 17. So if we're thinking about that, it's going to say the number of people could be 15 or more than 15. If I was going to write an algebraic phrase, I could say I could use the letter P to stand for the number of people. The number of people is greater than or equal to 15. The next one says the tram attendant will allow no more than 60 people on the tram. So they will allow 60. They won't allow 61 or 62, but they'll allow any amount less than 60. Okay, so if we're going to say that the number of people has to be less than or equal to 60. So I could use whatever letter I wanted to. I could say N to stand for the number of people has to be less than or equal to 60. And there could be a multiple of answers that go in for that expression. Okay, a couple others. There are at most 10 gallons of gas left in the tank. Means that there could be 10 gallons. There could be 9 gallons left. There could be 8. So our inequality would be G for gallons is less than or equal to 10. Letter B says there is at least 10 yards of fabric. There are at least 10 yards of fabric left over. So there could be 10, 11, or 12. If I said Y stood for the number of yards, the number of yards is greater than or equal to 10 would be the solution set for that inequality. So an inequality that contains a variable is an algebraic inequality. Whenever we have variables, it's considered algebra. The value of the variable that makes the inequality true is the solution. Okay, Then it says an inequality may have more than one solution, and together all of the solutions are called the solution set. So if we went back to this tram problem or this yard problem right here, there are at least 10 yards of fabric. We could have 10 yards, 11 yards, 12 yards. We could have 1,000,000 yards of fabric. The number of solutions is infinite. So in order to do that, we are going to graph all of our possible solutions. We don't want to write a list of numbers that goes on and on and on and forever and ever. So our mission is we're going to shade on a number line all possible solutions to an inequality. Here's how we're going to do it. All right, we're going to first of all put a dot at the number found in the inequality. If the inequality says a number is greater than 1, we're going to put a dot at 1. If that number is true, it is a solution for that inequality, we're going to have a dot like this right here, and we're going to fill it in like that. We're going to use a closed dot whenever we have these inequality symbols right here. Closed dot means it is a solution. If we have a number and is not the solution, we're going to have something that's not the solution, which means we're going to be using the not equal sign, the greater than, less than sign, or greater than sign. We're going to have an open dot. We're going to leave our dot just like that. Open dot means it's not a solution. All right, here's an example. Our inequality says, I'll do this, I'll outline in green, a number is bigger than 5. So we're first of all going to put our dot at 5, and we're going to plug 5 in for our variable right here. We're going to say, is 5 greater than 5? Well, no, it's not. So if you notice right here, we're going to put an open dot at 5. 5 is not the solution. And then we're going to try the number to the left. I'm going to try 4. I'm going to plug 4 in for my a value right here, and I'm going to think, is 4 greater than 5? Well, no, it's not, so I'm not going to shade over there at all. And now I'm going to try the number to the right. I'm going to plug in 6 for my a value, and I'm going to think in my head, is 6 greater than 5? And yes, it is, so I'm going to shade towards the 6. 7 is the solution, 8 is the solution. They're all solutions, so I'm going to shade to the right for that. Okay, let's try just a couple more here. This one says a number is less than 3. So I'm going to put my dot at 3, and I'm going to think, is 3 less than 3? No, it is not. So 3 is not a solution, so I'm going to have an open dot at 3. And now I'm going to try the number to the left of it. I'm going to try 2. And I'm going to think in my head, is 2 less than 3? Yes, it is. 2 is less than 3, and 1 is less than 3. All of these numbers are less than 3, so I'm going to shade them in. I'm going to try the same thing now with 4. I'm going to think in my head, is 4 less than 3? No, it's not, so I will not shade that answer in at all. So my solution set is going to look just like that right there. The next one says a number is greater than or equal to -4. So my dot is going to be at -4. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to plug in -4 in for my a value. And it says -4 is greater than or equal to -4. Well, -4 is equal to -4, so I'm going to fill in that dot. -4 is a solution. Now I'm going to try to plug in -5 in for my a value. I'm going to think, is -5 greater than or equal to -4? No, it is not, so I'm not going to shade in that direction. I'm now going to try the number to the right. I'm going to try -3, and I'm going to think in my head, is -3 greater than or equal to -4? Yes, it is. So I'm going to shade all of these numbers over here, and I'm going to erase everything else. So this, my friends, is the solution set for a number is greater than or equal to -4. Now, we're going to take it one step further. We're going to do what's called a compound inequality. Compound means 2. Okay, so is the result of combining 2 inequalities. You'll be using the words and or to describe how the 2 parts are related. Here's our first one. It says a number is greater than 3 or a number is less than -1. So if I looked at this part right here, a number is greater than greater than 3. If I plugged in 3, 3 is bigger than 3. No, it is not. So you notice right here I have an open dot. And I'm going to shade all numbers that work that are bigger than 3. So I'm going to shade to the right for that part. The second part of the inequality says a number is less than -1. So I'm first of all going to plug in -1 in for my x and think, is -1 less than -1? No, it is not. So you'll notice I have an open dot here. And now I'm going to shade in all numbers less than -1. I'm going to shade to the left. So this is what our inequality, our compound inequality, is going to look like. It's going to have 2 dots on it. Here's the second one. It says now -2 is less than a number and the number is less than 4. So if I did the first part, -2 is less than a number. If I plugged in -2 in for that, -2 is less than -2. It is not, so I have an open dot right here. But now I'm going to plug different numbers in for my y value. I'm going to first of all plug in -3. And I'm going to plug in -3. So -3 is found to the left right here. And I'm going to think in my head, is -2 less than -3? And it is not, so I did not shade in this direction. If I plug in -1, -2 is less than -1, so I drew this line right here. So the green part is the first inequality right here. -2 is less than this number. I have an open dot at -2, and all of these numbers would be shaded in. But then we have this word and right here. And it says the number is less than 4. So now I'm going to plug in 4 in for my y value. 4 is less than 4. Whoops, that didn't work very well. And no, it's not, so I have an open dot at 4. And if I try to plug in 3 for my value, 3 is less than 4. Well, yes, it is, so I'm shading over there. And if I try 5, 5 is not less than 4. So in this inequality, friends, we want to look at where the two lines overlap. They overlap right here. So my inequality solution is going to have an open dot at -2, and it's going to have an open dot at a +4, and where they meet is going to be our solution. So the answer is any value between -2 and +4, not including those two numbers, would be our solution set. Okay, here's another one, graphing each compound. If I notice right here, a number is less than or equal to -2, that is going to look like this. It could, -2 could be our solution, could look like that. The second part, a number is bigger than 1. 1 is not part of the solution, so I have an open dot, but any of these numbers bigger are. And then we're going to put them together. So our overall solution is going to have 2 dots, a closed dot at -2 shading towards the left, open dot at 1 shading towards the right. Okay, so we're going to take our parts one at a time. So if we look at this first part, actually I'm going to skip this slide and go on to the next one. So graph each compound inequality. It says a number is less than 2. So if I looked at that, I'm going to have an open dot at 2 because 2 is not the solution. And numbers less than 2, 1 is less than 2. So I'm going to shade in this direction right here. It also says, or, I'm going to do this in a different color, a number is bigger than or equal to 4. So I'm going to plug 4 into that problem. 4 is bigger than 4, so I'm going to have a closed dot at 4. I'm going to think of all numbers bigger than 4. 5 is bigger than 4, and 6 is bigger than 4. So this inequality, compound inequality, is going to look like this right here. We're going to have 2 dots, one of them at 2 and shading all numbers less than 2, and then a closed dot at 4 shading all numbers bigger than 4. Okay, I don't have a number line for that one, so I'm going to skip it. I'd like you right now to try to do these first 3 problems. Write them down as inequalities, and then do these 3 problems also. I'm gonna have you pause it and do these problems. Pause. Pause. Okay, we're going to go through the answers for the first one. I only have 20 seconds left. Your first one should look like this. Whatever letter you have is less than or equal to 220. For number 2, it should be a number is greater than or equal to 12, or the number is greater than or equal to 1 dozen. Here's number 3. number 4 right here. Please look on Google Classroom for the rest of your assignment. Have fun!